Joliet, Illinois. Now, once again, let's join Big Daddy Don Garlitz with a truck.
Ted, have you ever seen a four-wheel drive GMC pickup? The only ones I ever saw was in the military. When I was in the National Guard, all of our four-wheel drive vehicles were GMC at that time. So I wonder if this is an old military vehicle that's been redone, restored, but you know, they didn't have any chrome on them. They were everything was blanked out. Nothing shiny in the military.
I found it out of Boise, Idaho, off original owner on a farm, and I brought it home and tore it down and restored it to the original condition that had the Napco conversion on it.
Tell me about that conversion. It wasn't something that was offered by the factory, was it?
No, you bought the truck originally for around $800, and the conversion, the dealer shipped it to a Napco conversion company, and they charged about $1,400 to put the four-wheel drive under it. Originally made them for the military, for the war. And after the war, they decided, well, we'll try and stick them under a few, vehicles to help the farmers. And 60 or 61 was the first four-wheel drive made by Chevy and Ford. So this was the only way you could get a four-wheel drive back then.
So you restored it, and what did you find after you got it restored and took it out on the road?
Well, it don't go very fast. The truck would do about 50 mile an hour, 55 top end, but that transfer case was really humming. They were made to pull a tree down, not drive down the road.
What did you do then, John?
Well, I took the transfer case out, and I run a drive shaft straight from the transmission to the rear end so you could at least make it highway, usable, and to cruise with it.
What engine have in it?
I built a 400 small block. Yeah, the GMCs are rare. They made a lot of Chevys. You can see them all the time, but you don't see very many GMCs.
Napco, they're the ones that did it. And like he said, they did it for the government. Don't you know they made a lot of money doing that? And then tried to sell a few to the general public, but a little bit too expensive. $1,400 is a lot of money to pay extra when the truck is only $800 to start with. But I'll tell you what, Richard did a great job on this truck. The thing is beautiful. And one thing that I noticed in the bed, the wood in there is that aromatic cedar. And what a beautiful floor that makes. One of the prettiest wooden beds I've ever seen in a pickup. And the chrome work on this car is beautiful, right on down to the little latches that hold the tailgate. It's all just like it was. A beautiful restoration if I've ever seen one. And then, of course, he made it practical by putting a transmission in it so he could drive it 70 miles an hour if he wanted to.
The Original Choice highlights cars that are all original or